Good morning, Amazon gang. It's your girl. Today is July 20th, 2022, and I am at my first follow-up appointment. So we'll see what happens, what the doctor says, and of course, I'll just give you guys a little bit of an update, and we'll just continue to go from there. But for the most part, I'm feeling good. My energy is coming back. My nose is clearing up. I'm got a lot of mucus these days though, but other than that, we're doing good. We're doing great, and I guess I'll see you guys either when the doctor comes in or after the doctor leaves. What's up, Amazon gang? So I completely forgot to um, do an update after I left the doctor. So this morning, and as you can see, I'm tired. I wanted to take a nap because it's like 98 degrees where I am today. So yeah. So this morning, went to the doctor. Of course, waited for like 30, 40 minutes. Y'all know how doctors do. And so I'm just thinking that I'm just getting a post-op. They're gonna put they're gonna put the camera in my nose, look around, yada yada, make sure everything is cool. Longs behold to be my doctor, the nose, neck, and throat doctor, the ENT. She puts some numbing spray in my nose. I'm like, Doc, what are you doing? What is going on? Then she gets the tools and gets to tooling all up and through my nose. And these tools are like the length of the remote control, but really, really, really fine so that you can put it up in the nose. And when I tell you up in there, she went up in there, okay? So I can only imagine when I was asleep what they were cutting and sewing and pulling out because baby. So she put the numbing stuff inside, and then she got the one tool and was up in there, and they got it was like a suction to, I guess, to pull it down a little bit, and then it's like a little pliers, and then she went in there and she's pulling it out, and it's like it wasn't hurting, it just felt so weird. And as y'all can hear, I'm talking a lot clearer. Like, I'm not as nasally as I've been because I had packing in my nose all this time. And I didn't think I had anything in there because, when I came home, I'm all looking at my nose. I was like, I thought I was going to have like stuff, like, I thought it was going to be more visible like down here. But it's like up here. And I'm like, hey, yo. So she's pulling it out. And I'm like, I know I was making the worst faces. My eyes was watering. And then my fellow's doctor came in. And I'm like, I know I was making all crazy kind of faces. And it's like a hose that's attached to these tools that you got to take the packing that's up here out my nose. So at one time, I felt me reach for the hose, and I was like, oh. And then the fellow's doctor was standing like kind of in front of me. I was like, do you have something that I could just hold on to? Because I don't want to grab you because this feels uncomfortable. And I'm trying not to grab the hose. And this is just weird. I was like, and then I was like, can y'all rock me back a little bit? Because I'm sitting up trying to rock my head back, and this is not a comfortable position. So they leaned me back a little bit, and it was a lot easier when I was leaned back. But child, I had a time this morning, okay? And then she tells me that I have to come back in a few weeks to get the rest of it out. I'm like, Doc, you mean to tell me that there's more packing in my nose? And she's like, but you're doing so well. But yes, it's like It was like a first a little bit, I guess it's like lower, and then you got to go a little bit higher and get the rest of it out, child. And I'm just like, no ham, no ma'am, no thank you, no sir. Okay. I just, I can't. I was like, when I tell y'all, my eyes were so watery. And I'm like, she's like, breathe. I'm like, I'm trying. Wait. It was just so uncomfortable. It felt so weird. Then I got to do it again in a couple weeks, but I'm talking a lot better. Still got to clean my nose with the nasal spray and the medi pot. Still got to take my antibiotics. And I told y'all I need a nap. Still got to take my antibiotics and the other stuff. I forgot what it is, but I'm alright, y'all. Okay. So I guess this video was short, sweet, and to the point, but I guess I will see y'all in a couple weeks when I go back to the doctor to get the rest of it taken out. What's up, Amazon gang? It's your girl, and as you can see, I am at the doctor's office. I'm at the ear, nose, and throat doctor for my second post-op surgery. And I was getting packing taken out, getting my nose cleaned out. I saw a little bit of the inside of my nose. I sneezed about 5 times just now. My nose started bleeding a little bit. But other than that, I'm good. I haven't updated you guys in a while. I know I need to do an update video. So hopefully, if I remember when I leave here, I will update you guys on my healing, my progress, and everything. But other than that, Amazon gang, I am doing good. I have to go back to work next week. I can't believe it. On August, wait, what is today? Today is August 17th. And on August 7th was 1 month since surgery. It went by so fast, you guys. Like, I can't even believe it. But you can't see outside, but I'm here. I'm doing well. And I'll check back in with y'all in a minute. What's up, Amazon gang? It's your girl. And yes, I have not given you guys an update in a couple of weeks, because I've just been trying to just take some time, meditate, get myself ready to go back to work, which I started yesterday, Monday, August 22nd. Today is August 23rd, and I am here to update you guys and just give you guys some answers to some questions that you have been asking. So let's go. Okay, you guys. So last you saw me, I was at the doctor's office and I was getting my second post-op. The doctor was going in and pulling more stuff out of my nose and all of that. So this appointment that I went to, this second appointment that I went to, I actually had 2 doctors, my original doctor from surgery and then another doctor that works with that doctor. He was so gentle in pulling the stuff out. But I don't know what was going on with my doctor that day. She went in there, she came and she was trying to get up here and she was just, and I was like, Doc, too aggressive, calm down. So she pulled out like a little bit and then she was like, we'll just let the rest of it fall out. I guess because she had a long day and, you know, I was making those faces and all of that stuff. But she was hurting me, and I'm not asleep, ma'am. I'm up. So you cannot just be yanking out my nose, okay? You gotta talk to me nice. Okay? You gotta talk to me nice. Y'all see my hair though, right? Y'all remember like the first video I did when I first locked up my hair? When I had my little baby locks like this. Thought I was doing something. Wait till next year when my hair is even longer. I'm gonna really be like, y'all remember last year when I had my little bayang and I thought I was doing something? Now I got a longer bayang. But anyway, so went to the doctor, pulled stuff out of my nose. I'm still a little stuffy, as y'all may be able to hear. I still got a little bit in there. Hopefully it will fall out, but I do got to go to the doctor again for her to go back up in there, the camera, look around, make sure everything is cool. If there's anything extra, pull that out. I have to get another MRI, but that is for my neurologist. I have to get an MRI. Is it MRI? Because the other one is a CAT scan. Yeah, I got to get an MRI to make sure everything is good. Then go see my surgeon. I had to go see the endocrinologist to check my levels, to make sure my prolactin levels, my hormone levels, all of those levels are kind of subsiding and doing what they're supposed to be doing, giving what they're supposed to have gave. So it's a process. It is a process. Got the surgery not June. I got the surgery July 7th. August 7th made a month. And then I went back to work yesterday. So I was in recovery basically 7 weeks. I was out of work basically 7 weeks from pre-op, surgery, post-op, recovery. So where am I now? I am just trying to focus on me, being the best version of me that I can be, just enjoying outdoors, enjoying nature, and just allowing myself to be able to explore, to be positive, to be focused, and to try not to let anything negative come into my life. I mean, of course we can't stop negativity from entering, but it just depends on like how we deal with it. So, the surgery, I got it done. I'm happy that I got it done, but now it's just focusing on being the best version of me that I can be. Now, somebody did ask me why I got the surgery. And I think I mentioned in like my first video or my second video, I always wanted to get the surgery. I initially wanted to get the surgery when I found out about the tumor, and I found out, that it is a hormonal tumor and it can affect a whole lot of things. Especially like when it comes to reproduction and how much prolactin you have, how little, your estrogen and all of that stuff. I was like, cool, book me for surgery, let's get it done. My doctor was like, no, we need to try to do the medication first to see if the medication will take. So I was like, fine, whatever. So initially the dosage of the medication was to take um, half a pill 3 times a week or something like that. That wasn't working. So then she upped the dosage to a pill, a whole pill 3 times a week, something like that. And then we did another dosage like every other day. That wasn't working. And I was like, sis, I'm not going to keep taking this medication. It's not working. I do not like to take medication as it is, and I do not want to keep taking the medication that is not working. So let's go get the surgery. And this was not my first surgery, so I was not really hesitant in going into the surgery being like, oh my gosh, it's my first surgery, yada yada. That's my second surgery. My first surgery was on my knee. I had ACL surgery, ACL reconstruction. But that surgery is totally different. If y'all click back a few videos, I explained to y'all the surgical room for la cabeza is totally different than the surgical room for my knee. I remember going in there and the girl was like, maybe she said count back. I can't remember, but I remember going into the room and seeing the surgery room, and it had the observation glass at the top, and it was spacious. It was cleaned out. It was clear and all that stuff. But this room, I went in there and they was like, all right, we're gonna transfer you over to the surgical bed, and it's just computers, monitors, wires, cameras, monitors, computers, wires, people, just mass hysteria everywhere. And she was like, all right, lay down on this blue thing. And I woke up and I was in recovery. So I always initially wanted to get the surgery. It was just that I was going through the steps that the doctor suggested to get through surgery. I mean, to do medication before we get to surgery. But before I continue, I don't even think that I'm asked you beautiful people. If you like this content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button to subscribe to your girl, all that good fun stuff. And yeah. So I always wanted to get the surgery. It was never a question of getting the surgery. It was more so a question of when I was going to get the surgery done. So once, you know, the medication was not working, I was like, doc, let's get surgery. So she sent the referral to one hospital, but they never called me. They never did nothing. They never called me. No ham, no ma'am, no thank you. So I called them, no response. I called my doctor's office and I was like, yo, they didn't call me. They was like, all right, we're going to send another referral. Hopefully they call you. Months and months go by, they never called me. So fast forward to, that was like October, November or something. So fast forward to this year, January come and my mom, she's like, when are you getting in surgery? 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 And I'm like, Mom, I might get the surgery, but getting surgery is not something that you just hop into getting. You feel me? It's a process. And I wasn't going to get it at the other hospital because the other hospital, it wasn't that important to them to contact me. So I was like, I'm gonna wait. So mom's like, when are you getting the surgery? When are you getting the surgery? I was like, Mom, I'm gonna get the surgery when I get the surgery. It'll be all right. So then fast forward to maybe May, I contacted my doctor's office and I was like, yo, it's May. They never called me. We about to go into the summertime. It gets hot. My head starts hurting a little bit more in the summertime. So I was like, all right, let's go for surgery. So they sent the referral to the other hospital and they was like, well, you should hear something from them in like 24. I was like, all right, cool. So I never heard from the other hospital. So I ended up calling them and I was like, yo, my doctor's office, they were sending a referral so I could get the surgery, yada, yada, bada, bada. And it was like, we don't have a referral from you at all. So then I had to pause for a minute and I was like, did my doctor's office originally not send the referral to the first hospital? That's why I didn't get it. But I was like, I'm not gonna trip. So I was calling the doctor's office. Of course they didn't answer. So I ended up driving to the doctor's office. Why do I feel like this is actually more so a story time than a question and answer? All your answers will get answered in the story time. So drove to the doctor's office and I was like, called y'all to send a referral. They said they don't have it. What's up? She was like, oh yes, I see that you called to send a referral. They never sent it. I'm gonna send it now. I had to get a tumor removed off of my brain. You don't think that's important to send the referral? So she sent the referral, and as soon as she sent the referral, by that afternoon, the other hospital called me and it was like, oh, we got the referral. We're going to schedule you for consultation with the doctor on yada yada date. The My surgery was on June, July 7th. The week before that is when I saw my surgeon and the surgical team, well, half the surgical team, and did my consultation. The surgeon was like, um, it'll be, a couple weeks, yada, yada, um, for your surgery. Child, they called me that Friday, talking about, sis, your surgery is next Wednesday. I was like, oh, okay, sure, let's do it. So it was, to answer the question, it was never a question of deciding to get the surgery. I was always wanting to get the surgery because I'm pretty much, if it could get cut out, cut it out. Except for, all that plastic surgery and stuff that y'all be doing. No. But if it's something like a tumor and it can get cut out and it is not going to affect me, it's not going to affect my well-being, my livelihood, cut it out. If I have to get something reconstructed and my body is strong enough and healthy enough to go through it, let's get it done. So it was not ever a question of why did I choose the surgery. It was always when I was going to get the surgery done. But keep in mind, I did go through the prior steps of, when I initially found out about the surgery, I decided to change my lifestyle, get back in the gym, get back working out. I started eating differently. I do not eat meats, but I haven't done that for a couple years prior to that. But eating meat and, just cutting out certain things in my diet to get to that point of losing 60 pounds in a year. And I felt really good about that because that was a big deal. Like, not being able to walk up the steps, where people be like, oh, we cannot tell that you gained all that weight. Well, I could tell. I cannot walk up the steps. Okay. So it was lifestyle change, trying to be more sound mentally, physically, emotionally, yoga, meditation, journaling more, just getting back into a routine of journaling. It was a whole lot of things that I had to process and go through, that just prepared me for the surgery. I did see a question, I think she said, was I awake for the surgery or something like that? I was not awake for the surgery. It is brain surgery. My surgery was through my nose. They did not have to cut me because it was, small enough that it could go through my nose. But I was not asleep. I went into pre-op on surgery day. I had a whole lot of people that I had to meet, preparation that I had to do, and they put me to sleep through my IV, which is I'm very thankful for, because trying to mask me, we would have been tussling, because the girls like to tussle. But they came in, they did all the little IV stuff, they put the thing in the IV and wheeled me back to the surgery room. And like I said before, the girl was like, we're going to transfer you from the gurney to the hospital bed. And she said, okay, put your head back on this blue thing. I don't even recall me going back to put my head on the blue thing, which I'm assuming was a pillow or something. I don't know. But I don't think it was a pillow, because I remember it looked like a donut, like a blue donut, round or whatever. But yeah, I don't remember anything past that. She said, go to sleep. I went to sleep and I woke up and I was in the recovery room for 6 hours because they did not have a bed for me to go to, child. They did not have a bed for me to go to for 6 hours. So as soon as I would get comfortable, I would sit up and just blood. I'm sorry if that's graphic, but I told y'all I was gonna take y'all on a journey. So y'all asked, I'm gonna tell you. I was in recovery and I doze off, and then I wake up, I feel it in my stomach. Sorry, I would feel it in my stomach, blood. So after 6 hours, I was able to go into my room. I was able to sleep momentarily, but like clockwork, every hour or two, the doctors, the nurses, the doctors. But that's just to make sure that, you know, your breathing is good, your vitals are good, there's no blood, there's no spinal drippage, because if it's spinal drippage, girl, it's back into surgery. Or even after I left, if there was any type of spinal drippage, I'd have to immediately go back to the hospital, because that is not a good sign. But Lord watched over me, and I did not have any of those problems, those issues, or none of that. But the surgery was good. I did swell. It's funny. Well, it's not funny. I don't know why people be like, it's funny. It's so funny. It's funny. Okay, it's not funny, but that just was funny to me. But my head did swell. I was like a little poofy. I was poofy, but I felt the swelling in my head. Like my head, it felt like it was going like this. But child, some videos that I've seen of people that got the surgery, they were like black and blue and bleeding really bad and had hella packing and stuff. But honestly though, I mean, some people's bodies are different, but I do feel like if you prepare your body for surgery, then a lot of the excess bleeding or the excess swelling or the excess pain would be totally different. Like after I got out of surgery, now granted, I was on them hospital drugs. Okay, I was on them hospital drugs. They came in and it was like, are you okay? Do you have any pain? Does anything hurt? I was like, no, I don't have any pain. I'm just tired. I'm exhausted. I feel like, I felt, you know, really weak, but I did not have any pain or anything. And then when the day that I left, still on those hospital drugs, they was weaning off, but I did not feel pain. Now, once I came home, now mind you, you cannot sleep laying down. So let's say this the bed. You gotta prop them pillows up, okay? You're sleeping like this for days. You're not laying down. You might be able to hit a little incline. Like if you have a recliner or something, you good on a recliner, but you're not sleeping laying down. Because first of all, you're gonna bleed, your head is gonna hurt, your nose might feel like it's leaking, and then the doctors tell you you cannot lay down anyway. But I came home, and the first day I was okay. I was like, you don't need to be walking up and down the steps. I'm gonna get upstairs. The next day I was okay. I felt like, you know, the swelling that I was telling you guys about. It was like big, small, but it wasn't, my head is killing me. It was more of like a pounding, like y'all know how the big drum on the series of drums sounds like boom, 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 boom. That's kind of how the pounding felt. It was like do 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 do. That's just what it felt like. Pillow swollen. But I did not have pain to where I was like, oh, it hurts so bad. That Friday or maybe Thursday, while my mom was here, I was like, I want to go outside. And mom had to go to the store, so I ran to the store with mom, but Child, walking around the department store, I was like, oh, I am tired. Let me tell you, I came back to the house, I was knocked out for hours. Okay, for hours. Excuse me again. Because it was different for me. It was just very much, I was more exhausted than anything. Like the medication that I was taking knocked me out. Okay, it knocked me out. It was just like, girl, nap time. So I would take my medication at night, I'll sleep, take it in the daytime, I'll sleep, and then I have a couple of hours within the day that I was like moving around and stuff like that. But for the most part, I was just very just drowsy, just ugh. But once I started feeling better and just started moving around a little bit more, was kind of coming back to the time where I had to start getting ready to prepare to go back to work and everything like that. Um, I had some people reach out to me while I was gone. So that was positive. I was very happy about that. I felt, that some people were concerned and just wished me well wishes and everything like that. So I was very happy about that. Other people I thought would reach out to me, but they did not reach out to me. And it is what it is. You cannot really dwell on that kind of stuff. Um, but it was good for the most part. Let me see what else. Yeah. Well, pretty much the same questions, just like how are you doing and what made you decide to get the surgery, and how did you discover this and everything. That's in my very first video. I'll put it somewhere so you guys can click on it. But other than that, honestly, you guys, I'm okay. I'm really stuffy still. Um, the tumor was on this side, so they tunneled through my right side. So a lot of the packing and the access and everything is on this side. But honestly, you guys, other than that, I feel good. I just started working out. I got cleared to get back to the mountain and everything. So I just been taking it easy. I walked the treadmill yesterday. I did 60-minute walk on a treadmill. Same thing today. Just taking it easy, weaning my way back into it. But other than that, we out here, man. We out here. So if you guys have any questions, anything that I can help you guys answer, please, of course, comment down below. I will try my best to answer the questions. And if you guys are going through this journey, honestly, it's something that you will definitely be able to get through. I know it's very scary thinking, oh, you got a tumor and it sits on your brain. And it's just like, okay. And they're like, it's benign, but. See, it's always those buts. You know what I mean? Those buts are the ones that always get you. But, as I say, but, you guys will be able to get through this journey. I promise you, it will be the, I don't want to minimalize it, because it is a major surgery, and the slightest little thing, if it can go wrong, can be very dangerous. You know what I mean? But if you have a good team like the team that I had, you will definitely be okay. And if your team has good bedside manner, you would definitely be okay. Like my surgeon that actually did the extraction of the tumor, he was so nice. My anesthesiologist, y'all know that's my boy. He was so nice. Even my ENT ear, nose, and throat doctor. She was very nice as well. She was just a little aggressive when I saw her the last time, trying to pull the stuff out of my nose, but I still like her nonetheless. My nurses were amazing. My overnight staff was amazing. Even the guy that bought my food to the hospital. Now, mind you, the only thing that I ate at the hospital, apple juice, French fries, well, potato wedges, and PB&J. Because I felt like if I ate anything else, it would not have been a good time. But I had a good team, and I'm happy that I was able to cross that hump. You know, the first day that I got into the car, because the tumor is hormonal, right? It sits on a gland between like your skull, your brain, and all. It's a hormonal tumor. So I was driving one time after the surgery, and you know how people just be darting out in the middle of the street or making reckless turns or whatever the case may be. So I'm driving, and the first time that happened, while I was driving post surgery, my head did not start hurting. Like in the past, when that happened, I'd have to like pull over and just be like, oh, my head, my head, my head, my head, my head. And it'd be the worst pain for 5 to 10 seconds. Like the pain, if y'all have ever experienced this pain, it feels like somebody's pinching you on the side, pinching your nipple, pinching your nose. You have a migraine that's already at a 10 on top of a headache that's at a 10. And then somebody takes a teeny, 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 teeny little dart and just go, doot. That's what the pain feels like for like 5 to 10 seconds. Your eye starts watering. I don't know if I've shared previous videos with you guys with my eyes watering. I might insert a clip or something if I can find it. But when that happened and the person darted out in front of me and I didn't feel that pain, I was like, oh, it's real. Like, it's gone. And I was so happy. I was so happy. But you know, I try to be positive and all that. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be scary. You're gonna be scared. But if you have a good support system, a good group of friends, a good group of family, or if you just need me to be like, girl, I'm going through it. I got you, girl. I got you. But you will be all right. You will be fine. I encourage you to do whatever is best for you. If you feel like you want to journey the medication first, journey the medication first. If you feel like you want to just be like, no ham, no ma'am, let's get surgery done, go ahead and get surgery done. But whatever your decision is, make the best decision for you. Do not let anybody pressure you into making any decision. And let me know. Let me know what y'all decide to do. Because I've been there. I understand. And you will get through it. So with that being said, as always, please make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Follow me on the Instagram pages over on Obama's Internets. And I will talk to you when I see you the next time. Bye.